Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. Hey, it's the Empire. Boxing Empire. Back from boxing. Now, undefeated light heavyweight champion. I'm sorry. Undefeated British champion Anthony Yarde, 13 wins, 12 knockouts, speaks about Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder. Now, Anthony Yarde was talking about how Dillian Whyte needs to fight. He doesn't deserve the fight with Deontay Wilder unless he becomes the mandatory. That makes more sense, right? Now, the rumor was going around that Deontay Wilder wanted to fight Dillian Whyte if and only if he was in a contract for Deontay Wilder. And Anthony Yarde said that happening, that Deontay Wilder has to fight Dillian Whyte to get to Anthony Joshua makes no sense. And it was crazy because this is the first time I've seen a top level contender from the UK, an undefeated one, speak out against his own fellow countrymen, you know. And it's sort of it was funny because he actually said he was friends with Dillian Whyte, but it says it absolutely makes no sense to fight Dillian Whyte to just to get to Anthony Joshua. He basically called Dillian Whyte a British level fighter, and he basically said that Deontay Wilder is a world champion. You know, when you become a world champion, your skills are pretty much almost already there. You basically already are polished as a fighter. You basically at that point you're fighting top contenders. You only find the best of the best, which is i.e. mandatories or other world champions. That's what you should be doing. So Anthony Yarde feels like if Deontay Wilder isn't unifying or finding a mandatory, he doesn't need to be dealing with Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte hasn't earned his mandatory spot yet. So that was pretty interesting, man. I never heard of Anthony Yarde talk about another countryman like that, and you see a lot of Americans with the same idea, but I never heard of a guy from the UK, a top high-profile guy from the UK, actually say the same thing. So this is a really big deal. Now, one other thing too is that Anthony Yarde, still using names like British level. He has to be careful about that because British boxing is actually slowly getting to the world stage. In my opinion, that these top UK fighters, at least, they're world class. I think the UK people need to stop using this whole British level thing because it's almost like a demeaning term. It makes you guys not look as good as you really are. British level boxers are pretty good, man. You guys got a lot of champions like Billy Joe Saunders and AJ. Tyson Fury. Huey Fury is still an elite fighter. He went 12 with Joseph Parker in a close competitive fight. So using names like British level is basically outdated. This is a new era of fighting, a new class of fighters, a new generation of fighters, and these new British level boxers are pretty elite. But that's just my opinion. But I mean, Anthony Yarde is an undefeated British champion right now with 13 wins and 12 knockouts, and he think there's British level boxing. So maybe he sees the talent gap between the rest of the world and Britain, or maybe just America. It is more prevalent. Boxing is more prevalent out here. At least the population is a lot vaster. So obviously, with much more boxers, you're gonna have a higher level of boxing skill to get to the top. So maybe he knows what he's talking about. I mean, he is an undefeated British champion right now. So I mean, you can't talk about what he doesn't know, and because he's actually fighting the competition himself. So he could be onto something. So it's just wild that Anthony Yarde and Dillian Whyte, it seems like they're friends, but maybe it's just his opinion. Maybe he didn't mean any harm toward it, but man, I see it as maybe this is like a beef in the future, man. Maybe Anthony Yarde and Dillian Whyte, maybe they got a bone to pick. So I'll link it in the description so you guys can watch it. It's a really good interview. You guys gotta watch it yourself. I was sort of shocked that Anthony Yarde came out and said that Deontay Wilder had to fight Dillian Whyte before he gets to Anthony Joshua is completely ridiculous. I was sort of shocked to hear that. And let me know how you guys feel about it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Boxing Empire. Peace.